Have you ever felt like your emotions are running the show? Like every reaction, every word you speak, is dictated by feelings that you can't control? What if I told you there's a way to change that right now? Welcome to today's episode, where we uncover a powerful, life-changing concept, the art of not reacting. It's not just about suppressing anger or frustration. It's about transforming the way you experience life. Inspired by the profound teachings of Buddhism, we'll explore how mastering your emotions can create a ripple effect of peace and clarity in every aspect of your life. The Buddha once said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." These words carry a truth that resonates deeply with anyone who has ever struggled to find balance amidst chaos. Today, we'll delve into the practices, the philosophy, and the transformative wisdom that can empower you to respond to life with calmness, instead of reacting with impulsiveness. Whether it's in your relationships, your workplace, or simply within yourself, this wisdom can guide you toward a life of greater harmony and fulfillment. So, take a deep breath. This journey begins now. 2. The importance of not reacting impulsively. What if your greatest strength wasn't in your ability to act, but in your ability to pause? Imagine the freedom of choosing your response instead of being controlled by the moment. One of the most profound lessons from Buddhist philosophy is the power of not reacting impulsively. In a world that often demands instant reactions, whether through a quick reply to an email, a heated argument, or even a rash decision, we often lose sight of the long-term impact of our immediate responses. Why do we react impulsively? To understand why impulsive reactions are so common, we need to look at how our brain is wired. The amygdala, the part of our brain responsible for processing emotions, often triggers a fight or flight response in moments of perceived danger or stress. While this response was essential for survival in ancient times, in modern life it often leads us to react before we think, resulting in conflicts, misunderstandings, or regret. For instance, have you ever sent an angry email in the heat of the moment, only to wish you could take it back hours later? Or perhaps you've raised your voice in frustration during a conversation, unintentionally hurting someone you care about. These are common examples of how impulsive reactions can escalate situations and create unnecessary tension. The ripple effects of impulsive reactions. Impulsive reactions can have far-reaching consequences. 1. In relationships, a harsh word spoken in anger can damage trust or cause emotional distance. Over time, these small moments of reaction can erode even the strongest relationships. 2. In the workplace, a quick, defensive response to feedback might make you seem uncooperative or closed-minded, potentially harming your professional reputation. 3. On personal well-being, reacting impulsively often leads to guilt or regret, contributing to stress and emotional exhaustion. The benefits of pausing instead of reacting. When you learn to pause, you regain control over your emotions. This pause, no matter how brief, creates space for mindfulness, reflection, and intention. Here's how this small but powerful habit can transform your life. 1. Improved relationships. By responding thoughtfully, you foster trust and understanding, creating stronger connections with others. 2. Better decision-making. A calm, composed mind is more likely to make choices aligned with your values and goals. 3. Inner peace. The act of pausing reduces emotional turbulence, allowing you to navigate life with greater clarity and confidence. A story of wisdom. The Buddha and the Angry Man. There is a famous story from the life of the Buddha that illustrates the power of not reacting. One day, an angry man approached the Buddha, shouting insults and attempting to provoke him. The Buddha remained calm and asked, "If someone offers you a gift and you refuse to accept it, to whom does the gift belong?" The man replied, "To the person who offered it." The Buddha smiled and said, "In the same way, I do not accept your anger. It remains with you." This simple exchange demonstrates the strength of non-reaction. by choosing not to accept the anger directed at him. The Buddha maintained his inner peace and showed that the power to control our emotions lies within us. Practical steps to practice non-reaction. Here are some techniques to help you develop the habit of pausing before reacting. 1. Count to 10. When you feel an emotional surge, count slowly to 10. This gives your brain time to shift from the emotional amygdala to the rational prefrontal cortex. 2. Name the emotion. Identify what you're feeling: anger, frustration, sadness. Naming the emotion can help you create a sense of distance from it. 3. Ask yourself 3 questions. Is this reaction aligned with my values? Will this response help resolve the situation? How will I feel about this action tomorrow? 4. Practice deep breathing. A few deep breaths can calm your nervous system and prevent impulsive reactions. Reflection. Turning impulse into intention. Imagine the freedom of living a life where your emotions no longer dictate your actions, where every response you give is thoughtful, measured, and aligned with your higher self. This is the power of not reacting impulsively. It transforms moments of potential conflict into opportunities for connection and growth. In the next section, we'll explore the core principles of emotional control, delving into the wisdom of mindfulness, impermanence, and compassion. Part 3. Core principles for emotional control. What if the key to controlling your emotions wasn't suppression, but understanding? What if your emotions were not obstacles, but guides? The foundation of emotional mastery lies in timeless principles that help us navigate the complexities of our inner world. These principles, deeply rooted in Buddhist philosophy, serve as a compass for managing our emotions with grace and clarity. 1. Mindfulness. Anchoring yourself in the present. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present in the moment, observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. It allows you to step back from emotional chaos and view your experience with clarity. Practical application. Imagine being in a stressful meeting at work where tensions are high. Practicing mindfulness means pausing, taking a deep breath, and focusing on the sensations in your body, the rhythm of your breath, the weight of your feet on the ground. This simple act grounds you in the present, preventing your mind from spiraling into fear or frustration. Deeper insight. Mindfulness is not about ignoring emotions, but about witnessing them without letting them control you. By observing your feelings with curiosity rather than resistance, you disarm their power and reclaim your inner balance. 2. Embracing impermanence. The nature of change. Buddhism teaches that all things are impermanent: emotions, circumstances, even relationships. Recognizing this truth helps us avoid clinging to fleeting moments of pleasure or resisting inevitable change. Story illustration. A monk was once asked how he remained so calm in the face of adversity. He replied, "I remind myself that everything is like a passing cloud. No matter how dark the storm, it will eventually clear, revealing the sky." This wisdom reminds us that both joy and sorrow are transient. When we accept impermanence, we can navigate life's highs and lows with equanimity, knowing that no state is permanent. Practical reflection. The next time you feel overwhelmed by sadness or anger, repeat to yourself, "This too shall pass." It's a simple mantra, but it creates a powerful mental shift, allowing you to respond to emotions with calm instead of resistance. 3. Letting go. The freedom in non-attachment. Attachment is one of the root causes of suffering. According to Buddhist teachings, when we cling to expectations, possessions, or even identities, we set ourselves up for disappointment when reality doesn't align with our desires. Example in daily life. Think about the last time someone didn't meet your expectations, a friend who forgot your birthday, or a colleague who didn't meet a deadline. The pain of disappointment often stems from our attachment to how we think things should be. Letting go means accepting what is, without needing it to conform to our desires. Practical exercise. Take a moment to reflect on one thing you've been clinging to, a belief, a relationship, or a goal. Ask yourself, what would happen if I released my need to control this? How might I feel lighter or freer? 4. Compassion. The transformative power of kindness. Compassion is the practice of seeing others' struggles as deeply interconnected with your own. It shifts the focus from judgment to understanding, fostering deeper connections and emotional healing. Scientific insight. Studies show that practicing compassion not only improves emotional well-being, but also reduces stress and strengthens relationships. Compassion releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, creating a sense of trust and empathy. Real-life example. When someone cuts you off in traffic, your first instinct might be anger. But instead of reacting, pause and consider, what if they're rushing to a hospital? What if they're having a terrible day? This compassionate mindset not only diffuses your anger, but also fosters a sense of connection with others. Compassion for yourself. Compassion isn't just for others, it starts with yourself. When you make a mistake, resist the urge to criticize. Instead, speak to yourself as you would a friend. It's okay, you're human, and you're learning. Bringing these principles together. When practiced consistently, these principles, mindfulness, impermanence, letting go, and compassion, form a framework for emotional mastery. They help you respond to life's challenges with clarity and grace, turning moments of emotional turbulence into opportunities for growth. In the next section, we'll dive deeper into actionable techniques that bring these principles to life, showing you how to integrate them seamlessly into your daily routine. Part 4. Practical techniques for emotional mastery. Wisdom without practice is like a lamp without light. Let's turn knowledge into action with practical tools for mastering your emotions. Philosophy and principles provide the foundation, but real transformation happens when we bring these ideas to life. Here are actionable techniques to help you integrate emotional mastery into your daily routine. 1. Harnessing the power of the breath. Your breath is one of the most accessible and effective tools for emotional regulation. When emotions surge, your breathing often becomes shallow and rapid. By consciously slowing and deepening your breath, you can calm your nervous system and regain control. Expanded practice. 4, 7, 8. Breathing technique. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, and exhale slowly for 8 seconds. Repeat this cycle 5 to 10 times. Alternate nostril breathing. Close your right nostril and inhale through your left nostril. Then close your left nostril and exhale through the right. This practice balances the mind and soothes anxiety. Practical scenario. During a heated argument, instead of reacting immediately, take a moment to focus on your breath. This pause not only calms you, but also gives you the clarity to respond thoughtfully. 2. Loving kindness meditation, metta. Loving kindness meditation fosters compassion and reduces anger or resentment. It's a simple but powerful practice of sending good wishes to yourself and others. Expanded steps. 1. Sit in a comfortable position and close your eyes. 2. Begin with yourself, repeating phrases like, "May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease." 3. Extend these wishes to someone you love, then to someone neutral, and finally to someone you find challenging. 4. Conclude by sending these wishes to all beings everywhere. Practical scenario. If you're feeling irritated by a colleague, take 5 minutes to practice metta. Visualize them and silently wish them well. This simple act can dissolve tension and help you approach interactions with empathy. 3. Journaling for self-awareness. Writing helps untangle complex emotions and brings hidden patterns to light. Journaling is a private space to process feelings and reflect on your responses. Expanded technique. Start each entry by identifying the emotion you felt most strongly that day. Write about the situation that triggered it and how you reacted. End with a reflection. How could I respond differently next time? Practical scenario. At the end of a stressful day, use journaling to unload your thoughts. Over time, you'll notice patterns in your triggers and gain insight into how to better manage them. 4. Gratitude as a daily anchor. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, reducing stress and increasing happiness. Expanded practice. Keep a gratitude journal. Each night, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Pair gratitude with mindfulness. As you drink your morning coffee, take a moment to appreciate its warmth and flavor. Practical scenario. When overwhelmed by work, pause and list 3 things you're thankful for, perhaps supportive colleagues, meaningful projects, or even just a sunny day. This reframing brings balance to your perspective. 5. Practicing the pause. In moments of emotional intensity, the pause is your greatest ally. It's a moment to gather your thoughts before responding. Expanded practice. Count to 10 slowly. Ask yourself 3 questions. What am I feeling right now? What do I want to achieve with my response? Will this reaction align with my values? Practical scenario. Imagine receiving a critical email from your boss. Instead of firing back a defensive reply, you pause, reflect on the feedback, and craft a thoughtful response. This approach not only diffuses tension but demonstrates professionalism and emotional intelligence. 6. Connecting with nature. Nature has a profound ability to ground and calm us. Simply being outside can shift your perspective and soothe your emotions. Expanded practice. Take a mindful walk in a park, focusing on the sounds of birds, the rustle of leaves, or the feel of the earth beneath your feet. Practice grounding. Sit on the grass, remove your shoes, and feel the connection between your body and the earth. Practical scenario. When overwhelmed by a busy day, step outside for a 10-minute walk. Let the natural world remind you of life's simplicity and impermanence. 7. Visualizing a calm response. Visualization is a powerful tool for preparing yourself emotionally. By mentally rehearsing a calm and composed response, you train your mind to act in alignment with your values. Expanded practice. Close your eyes and visualize a challenging situation you often face. Imagine yourself responding with calmness and clarity. Repeat this visualization daily to reinforce the desired behavior. Practical scenario. Before an important presentation, visualize yourself speaking confidently and handling questions with ease. This mental rehearsal reduces anxiety and boosts your confidence. Integrating techniques into daily life. These techniques are most effective when practiced regularly. Start small, choose 1 or 2 practices that resonate with you, and incorporate them into your routine. Over time, as these habits take root, you'll find yourself naturally responding to life's challenges with grace and composure. In the next section, we'll explore the long-term benefits of mastering your emotions and how these practices can transform not only your inner world, but also your relationships and career. Part 5. The long-term benefits of emotional mastery. Emotional mastery isn't just about navigating the present, it's about building a life of balance, resilience, and deeper connections. Let's explore how this practice transforms every corner of your life. Mastering your emotions is a gateway to profound, lasting change. By practicing mindfulness, compassion, and self-awareness, you set the stage for long-term benefits that ripple through your relationships, career, and overall well-being. 1. Building stronger relationships. When you learn to master your emotions, your interactions with others naturally improve. Emotional stability fosters trust, understanding, and meaningful connections. Scenario in daily life. Imagine a disagreement with your partner. Instead of reacting defensively, you pause, reflect on their perspective, and respond with empathy. This not only resolves the conflict but deepens the bond between you. Benefits. Decreased conflicts. By responding thoughtfully, you prevent misunderstandings from escalating. Strengthen trust. People feel safe and valued when they sense your emotional stability. Deeper connections. Compassion and patience make space for honest, open communication. Pro tip: practice active listening during conversations. Focus fully on the other person's words without formulating your response as they speak. This creates a sense of being truly heard, which strengthens your relationships. 2. Enhancing professional success. Emotional intelligence is increasingly recognized as a critical factor in workplace success. When you manage your emotions effectively, You become a stronger leader, collaborator, and problem solver. Scenario in the workplace. During a tense team meeting, tempers flare. Instead of getting caught up in the tension, you maintain composure, validate others' concerns, and propose solutions calmly. Your colleagues respect your leadership and clarity under pressure. Benefits: improved decision-making. A calm mind sees solutions where others see problems. Better teamwork. Emotional control fosters collaboration and reduces workplace conflicts. Career growth. Leaders with high emotional intelligence are often more successful and respected. Pro tip: before entering a high-stakes meeting, practice deep breathing or visualization. This preps your mind to stay calm, even under pressure. 3. Cultivating inner peace and resilience. Mastering your emotions doesn't mean eliminating stress or challenges. It means navigating them with greater ease and clarity. Scenario in daily life. You lose an important client at work. Instead of spiraling into self-doubt, you acknowledge your disappointment, analyze what went wrong, and focus on future opportunities. This resilience allows you to bounce back stronger. Benefits: reduce stress. By reframing setbacks as opportunities, you minimize emotional turbulence. Increased adaptability. Emotional mastery helps you face change with an open mind. Greater contentment. Inner peace comes from responding to life's challenges with calmness. Pro tip: in moments of stress, repeat a calming mantra like, "This is temporary. I can handle this." This reinforces your ability to stay centered. 4. Improving physical health. Your emotional state directly affects your physical health. Chronic stress and negative emotions can weaken your immune system, disrupt sleep, and increase the risk of illness. Scientific insight. Studies have shown that mindfulness and meditation reduce cortisol levels, the stress hormone, improve heart health, and enhance overall well-being. Scenario: after a long, demanding day, you take 10 minutes to practice mindfulness meditation. This calms your nervous system, helping you sleep better and wake up refreshed. Benefits: better sleep. Emotional mastery helps quiet the mind, making it easier to rest. Stronger immunity. Reduced stress supports a healthier immune response. Enhanced energy. A calm mind conserves energy that might otherwise be drained by emotional turmoil. Pro tip: incorporate a short mindfulness practice into your daily routine. Even 5 minutes can have significant physical and emotional benefits. 5. Deepening self-understanding. At the heart of emotional mastery is self-awareness, the ability to understand your thoughts, feelings, and motivations. Scenario: you notice a recurring pattern. Every time a project deadline approaches, you feel overwhelmed. By journaling, you uncover that this stress stems from a fear of failure. With this insight, you can address the root cause rather than just the symptoms. Benefits: clarity of purpose. Emotional mastery helps you align your actions with your values. Improved decision-making. Self-awareness allows you to make choices that reflect your true desires. Personal growth. Understanding your emotions is the first step toward meaningful transformation. Pro tip: dedicate time each week to reflect on your emotional triggers and patterns. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? 6. Creating a ripple effect. The benefits of emotional mastery extend beyond yourself. When you embody calmness, compassion, and clarity, you inspire others to do the same. Scenario: your children observe how you handle stress with patience and mindfulness. Over time, they adopt these behaviors, learning to navigate their own emotions with greater ease. Benefits: inspiring others. Your emotional stability encourages those around you to seek the same. Strengthening communities. Compassion and mindfulness create more harmonious relationships within families, workplaces, and societies, leaving a legacy. Your practice of emotional mastery sets an example for future generations. Pro tip: model emotional mastery for others, especially in moments of conflict. Your behavior can inspire those around you to approach challenges with greater calmness. Emotional mastery isn't just about transforming your inner world. It's about creating a ripple effect that touches everyone you meet. In the next section, we'll explore strategies for sustaining these practices, ensuring that the changes you've cultivated continue to grow and flourish over time. Part 6. Sustaining the practice of emotional mastery. True transformation is not about achieving a single breakthrough. It's about cultivating consistent habits that sustain growth over a lifetime. Emotional mastery is not a destination. It's an ongoing journey. The key to lasting change lies in maintaining and nurturing the practices that help you manage your emotions and deepen your self-awareness. In this section, we'll explore practical strategies to ensure that these habits become an enduring part of your life. 1. Establishing a routine. Consistency is the foundation of emotional mastery. By building regular habits into your daily life, you create a structure that supports your growth. How to start? Morning rituals. Begin each day with a simple practice like mindfulness meditation or journaling. Even 5 minutes of intentional focus can set a calm tone for the day. Evening reflection. Dedicate time each night to review your day. Reflect on moments when you handled emotions well and identify areas for improvement. Pro tip: use reminders or apps to keep track of your routines. Over time, these practices will feel as natural as brushing your teeth. 2. Creating an accountability system. It's easier to sustain habits when you're supported by others. Accountability can come from a friend, a mentor, or a community of like-minded individuals. How to apply? Join a mindfulness or meditation group, either locally or online. Sharing your experiences and challenges can provide motivation and fresh perspectives. Partner with a friend to check in regularly about your progress. Celebrate successes and brainstorm solutions for setbacks together. Pro tip: schedule weekly or monthly check-ins with your accountability partner. These conversations can reignite your commitment and provide encouragement during tough times. 3. Embracing flexibility. Life is unpredictable, and your routines may be disrupted. The key is to adapt without abandoning your goals. How to adapt? If you miss a morning meditation session, find another quiet moment during the day to practice. Simplify your practices during busy periods. For example, a full journaling session can be replaced with a quick mental reflection. Pro tip: remind yourself that consistency doesn't mean perfection. What matters is your willingness to return to your practices, no matter how many times you falter. 4. Seeking continuous inspiration. Staying inspired keeps your practices fresh and engaging. Look for new sources of wisdom and motivation to deepen your understanding of emotional mastery. Where to find inspiration? Books and podcasts. Explore works by spiritual leaders, psychologists, or mindfulness experts to discover new techniques and perspectives. Retreats and workshops. Immersive experiences can rejuvenate your commitment and introduce you to advanced practices. Personal heroes. Learn from individuals who embody emotional mastery. Their stories can serve as powerful reminders of what's possible. Pro tip: keep a list of favorite quotes, teachings, or moments of inspiration. Refer to them whenever you feel your motivation waning. 5. Celebrating progress. Acknowledging your achievements, no matter how small, reinforces your commitment to growth. Emotional mastery is a gradual process, and every step forward deserves recognition. How to celebrate? Reflect on milestones, such as a conflict you handled with calmness or a moment when you resisted an impulsive reaction. Treat yourself to something meaningful, like a quiet walk in nature or a special book, as a reward for your efforts. Pro tip: create a progress journal where you document victories, insights, and lessons learned. Over time, this record will become a source of encouragement and pride. 6. Turning setbacks into lessons. Setbacks are inevitable, but they are also valuable opportunities for growth. Instead of viewing them as failures, see them as moments to deepen your self-awareness. How to reflect on setbacks. Identify what triggered the setback and how you reacted. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I handle a similar situation better in the future? Develop a specific plan to apply this insight moving forward. Pro tip: Practice self-compassion during setbacks. Remind yourself that growth is a journey, and every mistake is part of the process. 7. Integrating practices into your lifestyle. To make emotional mastery sustainable, your practices must align with your lifestyle. This ensures they become a natural and enjoyable part of your daily life. How to integrate. Pair practices with existing habits. For example, practice gratitude while brushing your teeth, or take a mindful walk during your lunch break. Use everyday moments as opportunities for mindfulness, such as focusing on your breath while waiting in line or observing your thoughts during a commute. Pro tip: start small. Even the simplest practices, done consistently, can lead to profound changes over time. 8. Building a legacy of calm and clarity. Sustaining emotional mastery is not just about improving your own life. It's about creating a ripple effect that inspires others. Your calmness, patience, and compassion can influence those around you, fostering a more harmonious environment. How to lead by example. Model emotional stability during conflicts, showing others how to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. Share your journey and insights with friends, family, or colleagues to encourage their growth. Be patient and understanding with those who are still learning to manage their emotions, offering guidance without judgment. Emotional mastery is not a destination. It's a way of being. Every moment you choose calmness over chaos, wisdom over impulse, and understanding over judgment, you're nurturing a life of balance and growth. In the final section, we'll conclude this journey with a call to action, inspiring you to take the next step in mastering your emotions and transforming your life. Part 7. Conclusion and call to action. The journey of emotional mastery is not just about controlling your reactions, it's about transforming your life. Let's take one final moment to reflect on the wisdom we've shared and the path that lies ahead. 1. Reflecting on the journey. Over the course of this episode, we've explored powerful principles rooted in Buddhist wisdom, from practicing mindfulness and embracing impermanence to letting go and cultivating compassion. Each step we've discussed is a tool for building a life of balance and clarity. Think back to the moments in your life where emotions took control, times when anger, fear, or frustration dictated your actions. Now, imagine how different those moments could have been if you had the tools to pause, reflect, and respond with calmness. That is the power of emotional mastery. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Each small step you take leads to greater freedom and inner peace. 2. Your next steps. The journey doesn't end here. It begins with your next choice. Here are 3 simple actions you can take today to start living with greater emotional control. 1. Practice a pause. The next time you feel overwhelmed, take a deep breath and count to 10. Let this pause become your anchor in moments of emotional turbulence. 2. Start a gratitude journal. Each evening, write down 3 things you're thankful for. This small habit rewires your mind to focus on abundance rather than lack. 3. Set a daily intention. Begin each day with a single intention, such as, today, I will respond with patience, or today, I will focus on understanding. These intentions guide your actions and reinforce your commitment to growth. 3. Envisioning the future. Imagine the possibilities that lie ahead if you continue on this path. Picture a version of yourself who approaches challenges with grace, resolves conflicts with understanding, and finds peace amidst life's uncertainties. What does that life look like? How does it feel? The beauty of this journey is that it doesn't just transform your inner world. It influences the lives of those around you. Your calmness becomes a beacon for others. Your patience inspires change. Your compassion creates ripples of connection and understanding that extend far beyond yourself. 4. Join the movement. You don't have to walk this path alone. Together, we can create a community dedicated to mindfulness, growth, and emotional resilience. Here's how you can stay connected. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and become part of a growing community committed to mastering emotions and living with purpose. Engage. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What practices resonate most with you? How have you started implementing these principles in your life? Your story could inspire someone else to begin their journey. Share. If this episode has been meaningful to you, share it with a friend, a family member, or anyone who could benefit from these teachings. 5. Closing words of inspiration. The Buddha once said, "You, yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection." This journey is not just about understanding others. It's about embracing yourself with the same kindness and patience. Every moment you choose mindfulness over distraction, compassion over judgment, or calmness over chaos, you're building a life aligned with your highest self. This isn't a path of quick fixes. It's a lifelong practice of growth and self-discovery. And with every step, you become a little closer to the peace and wisdom that already exists within you. Thank you for joining me today. Remember, your journey is uniquely yours. Embrace it with courage and curiosity. I look forward to continuing this path with you. Until next time, take care of your mind, your heart, and your spirit. See you in the next episode.